Hello, people. Very warmest good afternoon to you all on board on Hand of God TV. Please, I would you subscribe and share to this my channel, so probably others can also get access to this my videos, and you can also watch my videos and share to other friends as well to also watch. At large, it is basically about the laughter, the family thing, right? So thank you on board your time, your precious data and whatever. Thank you, I cherish you so much. The name still remains the same, Isaac Pedu. You can call me for short, Mr. IB. Without not much I do, today is Saturday the 5th day of August 2023. And on the Hand of God TV today, I have taken you to one of the branches of No Frills. Yeah, talk of No Frills, anybody living in Canada, anybody living in abroad knows what is meant by No Frills. So, but then in case if you are watching me from afar, shout out to my Nigerian friends, shout out to my Ghanaian friends, shout out to my Zimbabwe friends, shout out to my Sierra Leone friends, shout out to my Sudanese friends, shout out to my Kenyan friends, shout out to my Indians, shout out to my Asians, shout out to my South Americans, shout out to my the Australians, shout out to my Turkish friends, wherever that you are watching from, shout out to you. And I'm saying you are still live from the Hand of God TV. As you know, always we come on board with excellent discoveries and excellent deliveries. As the name goes, Isaac Pedro, you can call me Mr. IB for short. Like I was saying today, I've taken you basically to one of the stores here in Toronto, Canada, and it is nowhere a place than No Frills. So in case you are watching me from afar and you don't know what it is meant by No Frills, like I was telling you initially, it's basically a grocery store where people have been buying stuff. You can find drinks, whatever, drinks, meat, fish, whatever, anything that you want, especially today being a weekend, anything that you want back home, anything that you want. You might want to prepare some food, you might want to prepare some soup, you might want to find yourself some chilled drink, whatever that you want ever on this earth. When you come to North Hills, you are going to get it. And lo and behold, believe it, the motive behind this my video, and the passion behind this my particular video had to do with the fact that I am a victim of everything that I will be telling you here on the Hand of God TV. Today, the motive behind this video had to do with the fact that, basically, or recall our days back home in Africa, we've been complaining. And even now that we are not, still here, still back home, still living in Africa, we still been reading the news, we still got friends back home telling us each and every blessed day, the things that have been happening here and there. So we still got to ourselves the information and everything happened back home in Africa, right? So like I was saying initially, the motive behind this video had to do with the fact that often we've been complaining the difficulty of our system back home. Do you understand what I mean? And I have come to the realization that one of the reasons why we the citizens, we the netizens of Africa, we the netizens back home, sometimes the reason why we must complain had to do with the fact that the prices of goods and commodities are quite much more higher, are quite not feasible to the ordinary people, to the ordinary citizens living back home. But here, my stay here in Canada especially, I've come to the realization that the same thing cannot be said here in Canada. Coming to Canada here, I've come to realize that, especially, and the reason why I've even taken you to the North Hills is that the prices of goods and services are quite feasible. It's quite feasible to everybody, being a younger person, being an older person, right? And so even though the system here is also quite difficult to, but then if you are to compare the system here and then to Africa, it seems like you can manage it very well very well compared it back home, right? So without not much ado, I'm going to walk you through the price tags of a lot of price and commodities here in Canada, especially in Norfolk. And you watching me live, I don't know where you are watching me live, you can testify, you can justify for yourself at the end of the day how less prices are here in Norfolk. And if you are to compare, you deduce, you induce and contrast whatever, you might see that indeed our people back home, we are ourselves enemies and we are killing ourselves back home. We also contribute our quota to the hardships of our economy back home, right? So let me walk you through a little bit the price of those. So you see, this is a pack of snaps. This is a pack of mini 7 abs, and you can see 2 for $7, right? 2. It's not like 1-2 pieces like this, but then they are a bulk like this, another bundle like that. 2 of those bundles will cost you like $7. And you watching me, at the end of the day, you realize that it's quite feasible. You cannot get this one anywhere. 2 packs of this one like this one that you are watching, one and another one like this will cost you like just $7. That's it. You can see from it for yourself, just $7. And believe it, you watching me, this $7 that we are talking about, at the end of the day, you realize that it is not much even difficult for the ordinary citizen living here in Canada to come by $7. But then the same story cannot be said, especially back home and especially Ghana, right? It is even quite more difficult for the ordinary Ghanaian to even figure out something like 2 CD or 5 CD, even for a day, for the daily living. It is even quite difficult for the ordinary Ghanaian, right? But then this is the case that 2 pack of this one can cost you $7, and at the end of the day, you realize that the ordinary citizen here in Canada is going to get a $7 to come and buy 2 pack of 7 apps. It's quite aesthetic, it's quite beautiful. And so these are the things that normally we are urging, we are entreating, we are insisting our leaders, we are insisting our forerunners to also take a look at things like this. We are urging our citizens as well, we are urging our netizens as well to sometimes look at things like this, right? Because when you are in a country and first of all you are not getting jobs to do, you are not getting employed, and at the same time you realize that goods and prices are always, each and every blessed day, as the days and the years of food, goods and prices keep rising. You come to realize that at the end of the day, staying in such a country becomes a headache, right? So these are the things that normally we go about, we telecast to people, we show to the mass to also deduce and pick up the lessons that we can together as people pick, right? See, walking you around, I have taken you to a bag of an Aquafina water, and as you can see, the whole pack of an Aquafina water, you can see it is in 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6. So 4 times 6 will give you 24. So 24 bottles of Aquafina water. And this Aquafina water that I'm talking to you about is quite a beautiful water. It's quite sweet water, right? 24 bottles of Aquafina water will cost you just like $7.99, or at last, let's say $8. You understand what I mean? And at last, you realize that this $8 is not something that is quite come by or come across, right? It is easier for you to figure out just $8 around the corner here in Canada than getting this same ACD back home. It is not easier for the ordinary African man. It is not easier for the ordinary common African man living on the street to get himself 8 Ghana cedis daily, right? So these are the things that together makes the system here in abroad little bit much more feasible than the things that we face, we encounter back home. You understand? You realize that a bottle of this beautiful Jackson Creeks will cost you not even more than $16. You see the price of the Jack Creeks, $14.95, right? And I'm insisting, today's weekend. Probably if you want to find yourself some red wine, if you want to happy yourself, if you want to enjoy yourself a little bit, $14 is not just, it's not a money here in Canada. $14 is just, it's just a coin for especially the common man here in Canada, right? So these are the things that we are entreating, we are elders, you being a citizen as well, to also put your voice in. Let us together urge our leaders. Let us together bring forth to our leaders that indeed this is the kind of systems that we've been passing through. This is the kind of systems that we've been enjoying here in abroad. And normally, as the sayings in our local dialects goes, the elder that lives in the bush, the same elders live in the house, right? So at last, what I want to mean is that elders that are living here in Canada, people that are living here in Canada might as well be the same people that may be living back home. So let us together as humans, as people, do things right, even back home, for people also to enjoy the system. Ladies and gentlemen, I cherish your time, of course, on board, and still live on Hand of God TV. And my name still remains the same, Isaac Pedro. You can call me IB for short. We are still here in Canada, putting up some excellent deliveries, excellent discoveries to the masses. Whatever that we might think, we might feel like will help the masses, we are going to bring on board. So stay tuned, kindly share, subscribe, and like my page. Let others also get access to my page. Let them follow. So together we can judge. So together we can come together as one and build a common Africa. We can come together as one and build a common united nation. Thank you so much for watching. The name still remains the same, Isaac Video. Call me Mr. IB for short. Today I took you a little while to one branch of Norfolk here in Toronto downtown, and as you could check for yourself, a lot of the prices of goods and commodities are quite feasible even to the ordinary man living here in Canada, even to the ordinary man even here in South America, even to the ordinary man living here in abroad. And at last, these are the things that we are urging our leaders also to do same, replicate same systems, replicate same indications to our people back home, so that together we can live as God's children. So thank you so much on board. I cherish your time. Subsequently, I'm going to come your way with excellent relief and discoveries. Bye bye.